Hello everyone, welcome back to my session. In today's session, we are going to see about arrays and what are the different types of array representations. Let me share my PPT regarding it. After the end of the session, the learner will be able to know what is array, why we are using array, and what are the different types of array representation. Okay, generally, suppose before knowing to arrays, why we have to use arrays. See, basically, we declare a value, a variable with any data type. Like suppose if I want to declare a integer variable, I write like this. If I want to assign a value, I'm assigning the value to it. It means here a is an integer variable which is holding only 10 value. If we want to assign one more value to a, it is not possible. This 10 will be overwritten by 20. It means with this general declaration, we can assign only one value to the variable a. We can not assign more than one value to the variable a. So in some cases where if you want a variable to hold more than one value, then it is not possible with this general declaration of an variable. So we go for the concepts of arrays. In case of arrays, we can assign more than one value to a variable which is of same type. That means if I declare it of integer type, only I can store integer values into this variable. If I assign it as character, only I can store characters into that variable. See, suppose this is the normal declaration. If I want to hold more than one value, I'm declaring with an single dimensional array like this. Here, a is a integer variable which holds only integer value, and it holds maximum of 10 values. It holds maximum of 10 values from 1 to 10. I can store 1 value, 2 value, 3 value, 4 values up to maximum of 10. It means an array is a homogeneous collection of data elements. An array is a homogeneous collection of data elements. Here homogeneous state that same type of elements depending upon the data type we use. And when we are assigning the values to this, the array index always starts with 0 and it ends with n minus 1, that is 9. For this declaration, it starts with 0 and n minus 1. Whatever the value first I give, it is stored at 0 index, that is lower bound, and whatever the values which I give last, it is stored at higher index. These arrays have been broadly classified into two types: one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, and multi-dimensional array. One-dimensional is a normal array where we declare with data type, array variable, and size, that maximum values we want to store. The array index is starting with 0 and it is ending with n minus 1. Here an array is storing 7 elements in a sequential order, which is a fixed type depending upon the data type we give. This is the memory layout of how the values are stored into the array, and this is the address of where these values have been stored. Actually, we cannot access the address directly that at which particular place it is stored, so we access it by the help of its indexes. So always an array index starts with 0 and ends with n minus 1. This is the important point to be get remembered. This is one more example of array. This is the memory where the actual values are stored. This is the fixed block where we are storing the values, and this is the index. This is the memory representation of one-dimensional array. And coming to two-dimensional array, generally this two-dimensional array is used in the form of matrix. Like if you want to store the elements in the form of matrix, like means suppose m by n matrix, it means suppose if I give 2 by 2 order, it stores 4 elements into that matrix. If you want to store the values in the form of a matrix, then we use this two-dimensional array where this matrix is also of 2 dimensions, that m represents number of rows and n represents the columns. Here see in the above memory representation, this is 0 1 2 3 and 4, 0 1 2 and 3. It means it is a matrix of 5 by 4. This is a matrix of 5 by 4. The first value is stored at 0 0 index, and the second value is stored at 0 1 index, third value is stored at 0 2 index, and fourth value is stored at 0 3 index. After completion of first row, the second row elements are stored at 1 0 1 1 1 2 and 1 3. 2 0 2 1 2 2 2 3, 3 0 3 1 3 2 3 3, and 4 0 4 1 4 2 4 3. Just we have to mention the row size and column size, the maximum row size you want. If you want to represent a 3 by 3 matrix, you can represent. If you want to represent a 3 by 2 matrix, you can represent. If you want to represent a 1 by 2 matrix, you can represent by the help of this two-dimensional array. And the other representation of array is three-dimensional array. The three-dimensional array declaration is also similar to that of two-dimensional array, that one subscript is the number of dimensions we want. In the previous, we are seeing the two dimensions, one dimension and the second dimension. If you want to represent in a form of three dimensions, then you have to mention the number of dimensions. See, this is the example of three-dimensional array. 1, 2, 3. These are the three dimensions where we have 5 columns, 5 rows and 4 columns in each dimensions. 5 rows and 4 columns in each dimension. If you want to represent a 4-dimensional array, it will be having 4 faces. 1 face, 2 face, 3 face, and 1 more face over here. 4 dimensions. And this is the memory representation of an integer array. How it will be declared? It is an integer type, this is a variable, and this is a size. It is a normal memory representation, what we have seen in the previous slide. Whereas coming to the memory addresses, and in computer memory, it will be stored in this sequential order. For our understanding purpose, will be shown like this, but in the memory it will be stored in a sequential order, that is after 00, 01, 02, 03, next to this 10, 11, 12, 13 will be stored. Hope you have understood what is an array and what are the different types of representation of an array. Thank you.